A new era of RPGs is on the horizon, where every world feels alive and every choice shapes destiny. Let's explore the groundbreaking AAA adventures set to release soon. Star Citizen has grown into one of the most ambitious space RPGs ever developed, and it is set to push it further than ever. Players can explore galaxies on a massive scale, seamlessly moving from planet surfaces to outer space with no loading screens. The game promises cinematic space battles, complex trading systems, and a persistent universe that evolves with every player's action.
Contact front.
Nice work.
The dark and unforgiving fantasy universe of Lords of the Fallen makes its return with a sequel that looks bigger, deeper, and more brutal. Known for its Souls-like combat, the game now expands with richer environments, more terrifying bosses, and improved mechanics that demand precision. The story dives into themes of corruption and redemption, with choices shaping the fate of the cursed world.
Something ancient, powerful, hungry. So I ask you, will you harness this darkness within and deliver unto our so-called lords retribution? But should you fall, the world falls with you.
Sword of Justice Global blends cinematic storytelling with epic large-scale battles in a fantasy world filled with danger and wonder. Players will embark on heroic quests while testing their skills in fierce multiplayer PvP encounters. The game emphasizes both immersive lore and fast-paced combat, ensuring it appeals to solo adventurers and competitive players alike.
fall to ash, consumed by the void.
Chrono Odyssey is one of the most highly anticipated MMORPGs of the decade, promising a unique twist with its time manipulation mechanics. Players will wield the power to shift time during battles, unlocking strategies that completely change the pace of combat. The open world is built on stunning next-gen visuals, filled with sprawling landscapes and monstrous foes. This game is shaping up to be a groundbreaking RPG experience.
Some say time stops for no one. Neither man nor God, living nor dead. Yet what then of those who deigned to turn back the hands of fate? To save what remains of our broken worlds, you need only take my hand. Return to the past.
So, how did it feel to learn the truth about the night sky tragedy?
The world of Archeage returns with Archeage Chronicles, a sequel designed to take its sandbox gameplay to the next level. Players can live out countless roles from sailing and trading to crafting and conquest in a dynamic, player-driven world. With its blend of freedom, scale, and immersive systems, this MMORPG is aiming to set new standards for the genre.
Your beloved mother goddess. However, I still have no trust in your kind. Prove yourself. If you survive this trial,
AION 2 brings back one of the most beloved fantasy MMORPGs, reimagined for a new generation. Known for its breathtaking aerial combat, the sequel expands the skies even further, giving players unprecedented freedom of movement and strategy. The story introduces new realms, fresh powers, and endless opportunities for PvP battles. Crosswind introduces an entirely new fantasy setting filled with mystery, magic, and massive conflicts. The RPG focuses on customization and choice, giving players freedom to shape their path as adventurers, warriors, or leaders. The combat promises both intensity and strategy, with large-scale encounters balanced by personal storytelling.
Another world snuffed from existence.
Code Vein 2 builds on the success of its cult hit predecessor, with a darker and more ambitious vision. The anime-inspired Souls-like returns with improved combat mechanics, deeper companion systems, and an emotional narrative that dives even further into its post-apocalyptic setting. Players will face new dungeons, towering bosses, and mysteries that push them to the limits of endurance.
Strictly forbidden.
I faced my past. Let's go.
Today, you'll pay your dues!
From the creators of Warframe comes Soulframe, a spiritual successor that blends fantasy, mysticism, and immersive exploration. Unlike its fast-paced sci-fi counterpart, Soulframe focuses on slower, cinematic melee combat and a world bound deeply to nature. Every corner of its vast open lands hides mysteries, tied to ancient forces and spiritual connections. With its artistic style and fresh approach, Soulframe is one of the most unique RPGs on the horizon. Profane is an ambitious sandbox MMORPG that thrives on freedom and player-driven storytelling. Players can explore, build, and fight in a dynamic universe where PvP and survival mechanics blend seamlessly with exploration. With its emphasis on emergent gameplay, Profane could redefine what it means to live in a persistent online RPG. Adrullan Online Adventures invites players into a vast fantasy realm brimming with kingdoms, quests, and hidden treasures. The game emphasizes meaningful player choice, with every decision carving a unique path forward. From battling mythical beasts to forging alliances with rulers, there's no shortage of adventure. Its focus on vibrant storytelling and player-driven exploration makes Adrullan one of the most promising RPG worlds yet to arrive. Anvil Empires is not your typical RPG. It's a massive shared world where strategy, community, and role-playing collide. Thousands of players can work together to build settlements, form alliances, and wage wars that reshape the map in real time. Every city, every battle, and every empire is built by the players themselves. Vindictus Defying Fate breathes new life into the beloved series with cinematic action and myth-inspired storytelling. Known for its fast-paced and fluid combat, this sequel promises even more intense encounters with colossal bosses and cooperative battles. Players can dive into a fantasy world filled with legends and danger, where every fight feels cinematic. Spawn World delivers a sprawling fantasy landscape filled with dark secrets, legendary weapons, and endless exploration. Players can dive into dungeons, fight massive monsters, and unravel a lore-rich narrative that blends mystery with high-stakes adventure. Multiplayer options allow teams to conquer challenges together, but solo players will also find rewarding paths.
Quinfall is calling you. Prepare yourself for thrilling, breathtaking sandbox MMORPG adventure.
The Quinfall is one of the most ambitious MMORPGs in development, featuring what may be the largest medieval fantasy world ever created. Players can engage in politics, build civilizations, or wage war across lands that feel alive and reactive. Exploration knows no limits here, with vast biomes, intricate lore, and countless adventures waiting at every turn. Its scale and depth promise a sandbox RPG like no other.
Preparing to transfer now. This is your last chance to bail, June.
Do it.
Exodus is a sci-fi RPG that combines cinematic storytelling with deep role-playing mechanics. Every choice made by the player shapes factions, alliances, and the fate of entire civilizations. The world is packed with diverse planets, alien species, and high-stakes conflicts that feel alive and evolving. With stunning visuals and narrative weight, Exodus is one of the most anticipated RPGs of the coming years.
Hell of a way to greet your new partner.
So you're June.
We're burning time. Now that we're all best of friends, let's make each other rich.
I'm not just here to look pretty. I've got away with celestial tech.
I see a lot of potential in this new partnership.
Let me light the way for you.
Target acquired.
Many thanks again for your help. You should have been honest.
This place is forbidden. The price is death.
That's what it means to be a traveler.
Who will be Shogun?
Kurimatsu, why? You'll never understand what it means!
Nioh 3 continues the series' legacy of brutal combat, unforgiving difficulty, and rich Japanese mythology. Players will battle supernatural enemies with precise, fast-paced mechanics that demand mastery. The story delves deeper into myth and legend, with expanded customization and weapons to suit any playstyle.
My fight will continue.
To rule, one must prove their might.
The light of hope lies unseen at the end of time. Go now!
You wish to become Shogun that badly?
Maybe you don't want it enough. What makes a Shogun anyway?
Takachio! Strength and superiority are what make a Shogun, and I have both! Strength alone is not enough to end this war!
Mortal Shell 2 builds on its predecessor's haunting atmosphere with more depth, variety, and challenge. The world is darker and more expansive, with new shells to inhabit and cryptic lore to uncover. Players can expect even more punishing encounters and a combat system refined to perfection. For fans of hardcore action RPGs, this sequel promises to be both brutal and rewarding.
They know naught of your nature. You're a weapon, child.
Today, a new chapter in this land's history shall be written.
Crimson Desert blends narrative-driven RPG quests with the scale and depth of an MMO. Players will experience a vast open world filled with dynamic events, breathtaking landscapes, and intense real-time combat. The game's story focuses on mercenaries navigating war and survival, creating both epic battles and personal moments.
Cliff, seek out your Greymane comrades. Uncover the truth that lies within, and let your heart speak without fear.
In the end, all will come together as one.
We fight for the future of all. Sound the horn of our final battle. Fight! Fight for Pywell!
Your fight is not for revenge, nor glory, nor pride.
This is your hell!
Remember who you are, and let it guide your path. For at the end of it, you will find the answers you seek.
Titan Quest II revives a legendary franchise, bringing players back into a mythological world of gods, heroes, and monsters. This action RPG expands on the classic with modern mechanics, deeper customization, and a more cinematic presentation. Players will face legendary creatures, uncover ancient secrets, and fight their way across a richly detailed world.